The Financial Survival Network, helping you survive and thrive in the new economy. Go to CarrieLutz.com and sign up for 30 free micro trainings on financial survival.
The show is brought to you by Miles Franklin. When it comes to protecting your wealth, you know there's nothing better than gold and silver. And when I want gold and silver, I go to Miles Franklin because they've been around 22 years, and when you buy, they ship. For more information, go to milesfranklin.com or call them at 800-822-8080 and get a free quote. 1490 WGCH, Greenwich, Connecticut. This is Carrie Lutz, Financial Survival Network, and it's time for another Triple Lutz Report. Our friend over at Whiskey and Gunpowder, Gary Gibson, just wrote a really interesting article. And the government is so desperate, your government is so desperate to take the maximum amount of tax dollars out of you that they're now looking at trying to pass a bill. It's in the Senate. It passed overwhelmingly, Senate Bill 1813, that would prevent you from using your passport. It would revoke your passport if you were more than $50,000 behind on your taxes and were not in the process of paying them or having a payment plan or something of that nature. And they want to keep you in the country. There's millions of people around the country that fall into that category. It's just another outrage. Your government, your Congress, your president, they view you as a tax slave. You are nothing but a milk cow who produces revenue that the state then takes and does whatever the hell they want with it. You have no freedom. Look, college loans, student loans, perfect example. Now over $1 trillion owed in student loans. And where does that money go to? Corrupt college system. I don't mean to say that all the administrators are corrupt, but the system is corrupt through and through. Why do you think tuition is so high? Because government money is so easy to come by to finance it. That's why. If there was no government money here to pay for college, it would cost about $2,000 to $3,000 a year. It's that simple. It's just like medical expenses. It's like housing. Anything that the government finances with a flood of easy money will eventually cost you far more than it should. It's that simple. So let's look at colleges now. If you have defaulted on your loan and you want to get a transcript from college, sorry, no transcript for you. Your transcript is now held for ransom, the price of which is payment becoming current on your student loans. If you don't do it, you ain't getting it. You're not going to get it. It's that simple. Also, if you've defaulted on your student loan and that tax refund you were planning on getting from Uncle Sam or from the state, forget it. You will never get another tax refund, income tax refund, and many other government payments unless you become current on your student loans. And people don't know this. There is no statute of limitation on student loans and murder. Okay? Most other crimes, 5, 10 years, whatever. But when it comes to murder and not paying your student loans, not that that's a crime yet, pretty soon it will be. You could be certain of that. No statute of limitations, which means when you're in your wheelchair, when you're using your walker to get around and you're sucking up oxygen because you smoke too many cigarettes, even though the government told you not to, they're still going to be chasing you. They will chase you to the grave for these debts. And this is an outrage. There's no excuse for it. You can't get your student loans discharged in bankruptcy. There's nothing you can do about it. And somehow the society's gotten it through its head that in order to be a successful citizen, you must go to college. Now, I'll admit that my education has helped me to succeed. No question about it. I don't deny it. But if I had taken that money and invested it in something else, started a couple of businesses, I'd probably be better off. And the idea now of paying $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for an education is absurd. Education now is really a must if you're going to get a job that requires a certificate, i.e., lawyer, doctor, accountant, geologist, professional. Then you need it. But otherwise, you'd be better off taking that money, taking your parents' money, and investing it in a business. Go back to Steve Jobs. He dropped out of Reed College because the tuition was too damn high, and he felt that it wasn't a good use of his parents' funds. And he didn't do too badly. And honestly, some of the most successful people I know are people who didn't go to college, or they went to avoid the draft and never bothered to go to a class and just coasted through it. College is not a prerequisite to success in America, and it's becoming even less so now. So before you default on your income taxes, before you default on your student loans, and let's not forget about your state income taxes, remember that any license you require, if you don't pay your taxes, eventually they're going to deprive you from getting, whether it's a driver's license, a professional license, a hairdresser's license, a manicurist license. They will stop at nothing to make your life a living hell to ensure that you pay taxes and keep this corrupt system afloat. So the next time you get a paycheck and you see taxes withheld, or the next time coming up in a couple weeks, April 15th, you're writing checks to the government, just remember that the penalties and the punishment that they hold over your head is getting worse and worse. It's just another example of your freedoms being lost. So remember that. And one other thing I want to talk about. It seems like there's a run on guns and ammo, not just by the private citizens, but by the government. We've already seen how Homeland Security has ordered 450 million rounds of .40 caliber ammunition. Prior to that, they also ordered 15,000 cleaning kits and another couple 100,000 rounds. Something's afoot here. There is no rational reason that they need all of this ammo. This ammo comes out to about 5,000 to 6,000 rounds per agent, right? Maybe they use 100 a year to 200 to keep up their shooting skills. They don't need that much ammo. Think about why they need 5,000 to 6,000 rounds per man, per agent. And when you go out and you can't find .40 caliber handguns and you can't find .40 caliber ammunition, you'll know why. This is Kerry Lutz, been another Triple Lutz Report, signing off.